The Zephyrian hunting party had pursued the solitary human for 3 cycles through the scarlet expanse of Kepler 442b. Their target had set up what seemed to be a makeshift refuge within a rocky formation, consisting of little more than a simple atmospheric tent and a compact thermal generator. To the experienced hunters, it appeared to be the ideal chance for a straightforward takedown. Commander Vexthal clicked his mandibles in satisfaction while watching the human through his scope. The 2-legged being was focused on what seemed to be a food preparation process, entirely unaware of the 6 top predators encircling him. The human race was known across the galaxy for its unexpected toughness, despite appearing soft and fragile. However, Vexthal had never met one face to face. What level of danger could a species pose if they were without adequate claws, fangs, or natural armor? "Keep in mind," Vexthal murmured into his comm to his hunting pack, "we attack while they are in their sleep cycle. Evidence indicates that humans are almost defenseless in this fragile condition. We'll inundate him before he even has a chance to grasp what's going on." The 6 Zephyrians took their places around the camp, while the planet's twin moons ascended into the starry sky. Every hunter exemplified the pinnacle of evolutionary design, towering at nearly 3 meters, equipped with razor-sharp retractable claws, robust haunches, engineered for explosive speed, and sensory organs capable of sensing the faintest movement or shifts in electromagnetic fields. They had always succeeded in capturing their target. As time went on, the individual finally turned off his light and made himself comfortable in what seemed to be his sleeping quarters. The thermal readings indicated a slight drop in his body temperature, while his breathing grew deeper and more regular. Just right. At exactly 0347 local time, Vexthal signaled. The hunting party advanced like a single, seamless entity, their years of teamwork apparent in each quiet movement. They invaded the atmospheric tent's boundary at the same time from 6 distinct directions, their claws poised to unleash lethal blows. The events that followed would be a topic of discussion in Zephyrian military academies for many generations ahead. As the lead hunter's claws fell toward the spot where the human's neck should have been, the sleeping figure had vanished without a trace. The individual had maneuvered sideways with astonishing speed and grace, evading 3 distinct lethal strikes, all while seemingly keeping a calm demeanor. However, that wasn't the most unsettling aspect. The person sat up, gradually, brushed a hand through their messy hair, and let out a yawn, a prolonged, relaxed sound that effortlessly expressed total indifference, even while encircled by 6 of the galaxy's deadliest assassins. "Oh," the human remarked, his voice heavy with slumber, yet surprisingly serene. "You all seem to be craving something to eat. I've got some ration packs warming up. Are you in the mood for breakfast?" The hunting party stood still. This was absent from all of their tactical manuals. Vexthal's training activated initially. He surged ahead with a brutal slash that ought to have split the human's body open like a ripe piece of fruit. Instead, the human leaned back, allowing the claws to swipe through empty air, while also reaching over to check something on his portable cooking unit. "These protein bars taste quite nice when you incorporate some of the local spices." The person kept talking casually, seemingly unaware that death was actually closing in on him. "Discovered a few native plants that have a flavor reminiscent of cinnamon. Care to give it a go?" The remaining hunters struck in synchronized bursts, their actions a whirlwind of lethal accuracy. The individual moved gracefully between their attacks, resembling water in motion, seemingly without any exertion, occasionally stopping to tweak his cooking tools or relieve an itch. It felt like the deadly attack occurring around him was merely a slight annoyance. The human remarked, ducking under a strike that could have severed a small tree. "I'm definitely not a morning person, or a night person either, but I've discovered that kicking off the day with a solid meal makes a big difference." He grasped one of the hunters by the wrist, softly, almost with courtesy, and guided the creature's motion so that it rolled safely into the distant corner of the tent. Vexthal encountered an unfamiliar sensation, a blend of true confusion intertwined with the initial hints of fear. How is this gentle, unhurried being causing 6 top predators to appear like awkward youngsters? "Hey," the humans said, finally getting to their feet and stretching out. The hunters observed with intrigue as his joints emitted faint popping noises. "It seems like you all might be feeling a bit overwhelmed about something. Fighting always leaves me craving food, and I have a feeling you've been busy all night. Why don't we all gather around and enjoy a nice meal together?" The ridiculousness of the situation was staggering. Here lay their target, their vulnerable, defenseless target, presenting itself to nourish them after they had just tried to kill him. Vexthal was able to rasp as his translator grappled with the idea he was attempting to convey. "Did you know we were present?" The person nodded happily. "Absolutely. It's been around 6 hours now. You all aren't really being discreet, but it's all good. I assume you were likely just fulfilling your responsibilities, correct?" He pointed to the steaming ration packs. "Just so you know, these are ready. Just a heads up, the spice level could be quite strong for your species' metabolism." In a daze, the hunting party found themselves gathered around the humans' modest camp table, each with a warm meal in hand. The circumstances had strayed so far from their initial objective that they were at a loss for how to react. The person bit into their breakfast and let out a satisfied sigh. "This planet can feel quite lonely at times. It's pleasant to have some company, even if you attempted to end my life initially. That's quite typical in my profession." Vexthal gazed intently at the peculiar creature before him, trying to make sense of all he believed he understood regarding the dynamics of predator and prey. What are you?" he whispered. The human grinned, and for the first time, the Zephyrian realized that the expression revealed a concerning array of sharp, white teeth. "Just a guy looking to earn a fair wage," the human responded. "I'm Jake, just so you know. Jake Morrison, xenobiologist, and you all have just become my most interesting subjects for research." With the twin suns slowly ascending over Kepler 442b, 6 of the galaxy's most formidable predators sat in silence enjoying breakfast alongside a human who had just transformed their perception of the food chain. And in some way, they found a sense of anticipation for the meal planned for tomorrow.